like to invite Shri Asok Kumar, Director General, National Mission for Clean Ganga, for his keynote address. Over to you, sir.
Respected Minister for Jal Shakti, Shri Shekhawatji, Chairman, All India Technical Council of Education, Dr. Sitaramji, my close friend and colleague, Archana ji, and all the distinguished professors, the registrars, vice chancellors, institutional heads. So I began my phase 2 of my talk. So I will not take much time because Honorable Minister is probably the biggest ambassador of water. He communicates very well the concepts of water and right from the history of the water, tradition of water in India to the modern system. And he was one of the most sought after speaker, as I said, in the UN Water Conference. So I leave much speaking to sir. I'll take only a couple of minutes to communicate you 1 or 2 points. There is no need to talk about the importance of water because all of you are aware of the importance of water. But what we are looking today from all of you and from what we try to achieve from today's mission is to spread the net far and wide to catch as many ambassadors as possible. And where can you get more willing captive audiences than the university and schools, because it is for their future which we are talking today. We have enjoyed the water which was left to us by our ancestors. But unfortunately, we spoiled most of the water. We have polluted them. We have polluted the rivers. We have polluted the aquifers. And we were on the verge of handing over a dirty world to the youngsters. Till our Prime Minister came in 2014, we said that let us start building toilets because water pollution and sanitations are very closely connected. So when we started building toilets and achieved the unachievable target of building toilets, it actually opened up a way of a gate for better quality of water. And then we started the Jal Jeevan mission, where we were planning, we are targeting to give functional tap hole connections to the households. So these 2 important activities of the government, present government, primarily focused on water, has really made a lot of difference and made a big impact on the water sector in India. A sector which was not considered very big at that time, but now has gained significant importance. And Honorable Prime Minister keeps on talking about the importance of water as a resource for achieving the $5 trillion economy, as well as keeping the water safe and good for the next generation. So the next generation, which would be the most affected by the absence of good water or lack of good water, they are the one to be informed, their minds are to be ignited. So our aim is today is to पानी में आग लगाने की बात है, मतलब igniting the mind of people so that the youngsters who are presently, as Archana was telling, demanding much more than we were there. We used to always listen to the parents and never used to talk back to them. And probably now we'll have to take permission to talk back to the students, the children. वो हाल है. They are very conscious, as Archana was telling, about various things. And the thrust we get from the political bosses, the minister and the Prime Minister, on making Jal Andolan a Jan Andolan is the biggest push for this program here. And definitely what we are looking at is Gyan Bhagidari. We were talking about Jal Bhagidari because you are the people receptacle of information, you are receptacle of data, you are the receptacle of all the young in the country. So you are the one who can really direct the children, because I always say that Jal Shakti, the word Jal Shakti is the power of water. And power of water is phenomenal. If it is trained and taken to the canals, it can irrigate and create crops for us to feed millions. And if it is let loose, तबाही करके, damage करके निकल, पूरा जितने भी इमारतें, पेड़ रास्ते में आते उसको तबाही करके निकल जा सकता है. तो our youth is the same one. The youth Shakti is the same thing. If you are not training them in the right canals, if you're not putting them in the right path, they can be disasters. We talk about the demographic dividend which we have. So unless we train them in the right direction and give a right vision, the demographic dividend can turn into a big nightmare. So this is, you are the persons who are actually guiding them. Their steering is in your hands. So that's why we thought you should be partner to it, and that's why I congratulate all of you for such a overwhelming response for our call to come here and sign the MOU. The MOU signing is one part of it, but the implementation part is coming through. So we will all stand by it under the leadership of the Honorable Ministry. We have to take care of two things in water. Water is actually taken for granted. So that one part we have to tell the students that it cannot be taken for granted. We have to get back respect for water. So we always talk that respect of water was in our culture. But my question is respect of water in our culture now? Was our Puranas talks about it, our traditions speak about it, all our good activities start with water. We do the first puja is offered to the water. That's the old tradition. But is the tradition alive now? So the first and first factor I would say is that to get back for respect of water. And the second very important act is that make the people, make this movement not a Sarkari movement, because this has to be a people's movement, Jan Andolan, and then only will it succeed. So my request to all of you is that through your influence of your students, kindly get us joined together in creating, as some of the points mentioned in the MOU. I hope many of you would have read the MOU. It says that collaborate on areas for the pursuit of academic excellence in the field of water quality and environmentally sustainable development through public outreach. Create enabling environment and framework for the provisions of Ardh Ganga. The Ardh Ganga is a term which we talk about Ganga. But I would like to clarify one point to Archana before I leave. When we talk of Ganga, there is only one Ganga, Holy River Ganga is there. But when we talk of Ganga here, we are not talking about that Ganga, we are talking about all the rivers in the country. So now Ganga is synonymous with all the rivers in the country, and rightly so the Minister has given us direction that whatever lesson you have learned in Namami Gange program, we are actually implementing it for the other rivers also. So I also wear the other hat of leading the National Mission, National River Conservation Directorate. So what we learn in Namami Gange, we try to implement it there. So don't worry about it. When we talk Namami Gange, we are talking about all the rivers. The rivers in Hyderabad, Musi is also part of it. We talk about Periyar, we talk of Pamba, we talk of Tapi, we talk about Brahmaputra, all the rivers coming in. So Ganga is not one river. When we talk about the conservation and rejuvenation, we talk about all the rivers in the river country. So I leave the stage for the Honorable Minister to guide us further, because I can guarantee you it will be a very inspirational speech, because I have seen his speech many times, I heard his speech many times, and we have been very, very inspirational. So before the Minister's speech, probably the MOU has to be signed, because that's where we are joined. So I will ask the MC of the program to continue with that. But definitely I hope that today we leave from here with a very positive mindset and with a vow to karke dikhane ka. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So without taking much time, I'd like to enter that session where the MOU signing will happen, sir. With your permission, then we'll have your chief guest address.